Welcome back to my Kohler steam shower troubleshooting video of the 5529. If you remember at the end of my last video, I said wish me luck trying to get the level switch out from the float assembly, and that did not work. You can see the level switch in brown there, and this one's brand new from Kohler, $219. This is all you get in the assembly. What I was trying to do was, if you can see that brown sealant, that stuff will not come out. I've heated it, I've Dremeled it, and the level switch just disintegrates. So this piece is rendered useless. Now you have to separate the solenoid and the brass T from the plate so that you can reassemble it to this. So I've attached it to a 2x4 so I can get some sort of leverage to try to get that sucker loose. Once I get the solenoid, the brass T, and the brass pipe off, I'll just throw some plumber's tape there. I have a new assembly, and you can see it's threaded. That thing will not back out no matter what. It will just disintegrate if you put a wrench on it. So if you've got an Air 5, you've got one of two issues. The expensive route is this sucker, this $200 part, removing that assembly, taping it, and then it'll go back in your tank here. You can see a new gasket. So while I ordered the parts, this is the other component here. This is the other component. That's the temperature fuse, all right? And that temperature fuse is only about 36 bucks. Looks like this. I went ahead and ordered a second one. Get it in focus there. I went ahead and ordered a second one because this is your other component of your Air 5. Now, I'm pretty sure this guy was good. But while I was ordering parts, and this thing's 5 or 10 years old, it's worth it just to replace this. I'll keep it as a spare. I put a new temperature fuse, so if this guy's bad and it gets to an over temp condition, it'll kick out, cut power to the relay, which powers the contactor, which energizes the heating element inside there. Probably can't see. Yeah, you can see the heating element in there. Just a big old coil. The bottom one is your standby heater that keeps the temperature at 170, and your top is your giant, that's a 9 kilowatt. So if you had 11 kilowatt, that heating element there would be just a little bit bigger. I know that's a little out of focus. There you go. See? So I went ahead and bought this piece for 18 bucks, just in case you have an over temp condition. And again, these wire in series with the level switch here. And this is what my problem was, because it broke off there at that little hinge. That little nipple broke off and it wouldn't connect. So when water's in the tank, it rises. It says, hey, I got water in there. This is what cuts off the flow of water, right? Cuts it off. Stop filling the tank. And then as you turn on the unit, the water level will drop here to let in the water, but this will still tell the unit that it's on. So that's the solution. Should not have to make a third video, I hope, but if you have an Air 5, it's either this guy here on a 5529 or this guy here. You could actually take and disconnect this, and I actually bridged this jumper. So this is the connector for the level switch. That's the male end, and that's the female end. I actually bridged that with just a screwdriver, and you'll hear a relay click that allows the relay to energize the contactor to provide the electricity when it calls for the heating element to be energized. So if you bridge this and you hear a relay click, then you know that it's a level switch, because if you unplug this and plug it back in and you don't hear that relay click, you know that level switch, of course it's got to have water in the tank, is bad. If you have water in the tank and the relay clicks when you plug that in, the level switch is probably okay and you have a temperature issue. But the temperature fuse shouldn't actually instantly kick off. It should, until it gets to a false over temp condition, maybe 220 degrees, 230 degrees, it should work. On my other unit, the 1733, I actually had a bad temperature fuse, but I could not find a temperature fuse, so I had to buy a whole new generator. I found this one used, and I'm refurbing it. So those are your two Air 5 codes for the Kohler 5529 steam generator.